Hello, I'm Kendra Von Esch, and you are listening to my 10-minute daily podcast, Reality Reflections. I bought into what this world said would make me happy. Money, prestige, power. And hey, if it feels good, do it, because life is stressful, so party hard. Do whatever makes you happy. But that didn't quite work out, because I felt even more insecure, full of fear, shame, and anxiety, and never, ever good enough. Then God found me and flipped my reality upside down and transformed my life. And I want this for everyone. So I left my executive career to help others find true acceptance, supernatural peace, joy, and love that only comes from a relationship with God. Here is my reality reflection for today. I usually record my podcasts in the morning, and then it's part of my day, part of my morning. But tomorrow, I'll be on Relevant Radio. Actually, today, when you listen to this, because I will post this tomorrow. And so it's at the same time, and I just figured I'll just do this tonight. And really what came to my heart as I was sitting here thinking, I think everyone just needs to be patient. Be patient, especially with those who don't see the world as you do. I am super blessed right now with my husband being home because we're watching things together. We're talking about things. He's seeing things that he didn't see before because he didn't want to see them before because he was busy. He was busy working, and when he came home, he didn't want the politics and all of that. But now, he's now living life, and he's experiencing all that is happening in a different way. Now, you may be like, oh, Kendra, that's great for you. But my spouse or my friend or my this or my family still don't see what I see. And they're not retiring. They're not having this time. But we've got to trust that God is, he's not completely awake, but he's coming out of the stupor. So I'm not there by a long shot, I will tell you that, but I'm going to say that I want you all to be patient and trust that God is doing all of this on his own timing with everyone. And that maybe you aren't going to be the one, just like you may not be the one to convert people in your family. You may not be the one to awaken them. But there is one thing that I've never stopped doing, which is as I'm sitting there, even with my husband not wanting to pay attention to anything that was going on, I would just ask the question, did you hear about X? And sometimes he would say, no, I didn't. What is that all about? Or, no, and I don't care. And I'd get like shut down before I could even get one word out. And so here's the deal. We are seed planters. Asking questions instead of trying to shove information into someone. Did you hear that? Blah, 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 blah. You know, like shoving it. Just be like, just ask a basic question instead of trying to explain it all when halfway through they're not listening anyway. It's kind of like pay attention to the non-verbal communication and the verbal communication. You know, sometimes you can hear them roll their eyes, right? Like, oh, don't talk to me about this again. just like they would do when you would talk to someone about Jesus. Because we're so passionate about sharing the truth. And we have to remember all of the truths that we came to learn, all the truths of the Catholic faith, all the truths of what is really going on in the world. And if you're sitting there kind of scratching your head like, what is she talking about? What do you mean, what's really going on in the world? I mean about the way in which we are being manipulated and lied to and programmed, if you will, and have been for decades. And people are coming out of this daze. And I was in it forever. Anyway, there's a lot going on in the world, and we have been lied to over and over and over again. And I'm not just talking about COVID. I'm talking about our government, Hollywood, corporations, universities, schools. It's big. And no, anymore, people must not use the two conspiracy theory words. Because guess what? All of the conspiracy theories that were attacked along these 2 years of madness have all been proven to be true. If anyone has done any research and has not used the mainstream media as their primary place for that information or that research, right? Anyway, the bottom line is this. I remember, a year and a half ago, 2 summers ago. So yeah, that was 2020, the summer of 2020. And I wanted my husband to watch 2 videos with me. He watched one with me and was struggling because he just didn't care. It didn't ring bad to him. It was the outoftheshadow.com. I think it's Out of the Shadows, right? It was this guy who put this awesome film together. He used to be a stuntman, and that was the first video I saw. And I had to watch it a couple times because it was a lot of information about a lot of government stuff that I was like, duh, what? So I did have to watch it a few times, and then I had to look it up myself because I wanted to corroborate what these people were saying, because that's what people don't do anymore. Everyone's really lazy. People read the headlines. Even my husband says, this is a bunch of crap. You click on this headline and it goes, and you don't even have a story, and it takes you to all these other things. I'm like, yeah, it's called clickbait. And I explained to him that people get paid by that. People get commercialized by that. So they just want as many clicks on it as possible. I said, and oh, by the way, half the time when you do get to the article and you read it, it's not even close to what the actual headline says. The article might actually contradict what the headline says. But we're so lazy. We're so spoon-fed, or we believe what's been taught to us. Yeah, I guess taught to us and told to us on TV by people who we once honestly trusted. I once honestly trusted. And so trust that God, as He did with you, will bring those around you along. Just do your best to love them where they are. I remember when my husband said, well, I don't care about that. I almost flipped my lid like, how can you not care about this? But I bit my tongue because he is in a different place than I am. So today, let's kind of focus being patient with our family members, our friends, our coworkers, all of the people that don't see the world like we do. Whether it's through faith, through religion, through morality, whatever it is, let's just be patient with those in our lives and trust that God will convert them at His timing, His way. Let's give it to Him and say, thank you, Lord, for all that you have done in my life. And I know that you want this for me. And all of those around me is the truth. So I will trust that you will bring it to them in some way at some time. Alrighty, everyone. I love you all. Find something more with God. Give it all to Him. Have a blessed and inspired day.